Mandy Moore hustles the poor, musicians take your tax dollars, tipping culture gets worse, games are actually cheaper, and a massive back catalog of exclusives when you support The Habit at patreon.com/doseofbuckley. How's your 2025 going so far? Good? Bad? Ugly? Well, let me tell you who's having a rough year so far, 1 month in. Everyone's favorite savior of humanity, Elon Musk. Now, not all that is his fault, like, say, having one of his company's vehicles used in a terror attack on the very first day of the year. January 1st, this is how he wakes up to 2025. Cybertruck explodes outside Las Vegas Trump Hotel. Turns out some soldier with PTSD and possibly CTE wanted to make a statement that Americans should unite under Trump, Elon, and RFK. So he armed an explosion using fireworks and gas canisters to go off and then shot himself in the head. Weird message to send by blowing up one of the guy's products in front of another one of those guy's properties. But listen, I can't pretend to know what goes through the mind of a lunatic. Well, I know one thing that went through his mind just at the end there, but anyway, that's just not good publicity. You have to remember, the average person doesn't read the news. They either read headlines, or they just hear something from a friend or family member. Hey, did you hear a Cybertruck exploded? Yeah, I heard about it on the news. Now, people think Teslas just spontaneously combust. Which, sometimes they do, but not in this case. Though, I don't know which is worse. One of your vehicles being used as a bomb, or finding out he was doing it in your name. I'm told a guy who was a listener of mine in the very early days died in a shootout with police while driving a tractor, but he wasn't wearing my merch while he did it. Anyway, then, a few days later, clips resurfaced from a podcast that Elon's dad did back in November, where, well, let's just play a couple clips here.
We got a problem with Elon, so I said, grade 2, so I said, what's the problem? Worrying now that he said something bad. They said, no, we think he's retarded.
A few moments later.
So the teacher said, yes, I even go up to him and I shake him on the shoulder. And then eventually he turns around, say, what? And one time she said, yesterday when I shook him on the shoulder, he turned around and he said, the trees are turning green.
The trees are turning green. Genius. Now, his dad goes on to say in the clip that he didn't think Elon was mentally challenged, and he put him in a better school where he had no problems after that. I'm told he excelled in the ice-making class. No, but either way, imagine you're the world's richest man, and your dad is going on podcasts telling embarrassing stories about the time your teachers thought you were Rain Man. Yeah, trees are green. Trees are green. 30 minutes till Wapner. In the same podcast, he also debunked Elon's claim that he was bullied at school. Elon's been claiming for years that, in grade school, he was shoved down some stairs by a bully and hospitalized. Well, according to Daddy Musk, Elon found out that the kid's father had committed suicide, and he told him, "Your father was stupid." So, the kid shoved him down the stairs. He didn't get bullied, he fucked around and found out. I'll tell you, if that soldier's kid shoves me down some stairs, you'll know I wasn't bullied. But anyway, Elon hasn't gotten any better at making friends over the years, as demonstrated by the way he pissed off all his newest supporters. As you may or may not know, he's been hanging around Trump quite a bit. Got invited to the Mar-a-Lago New Year's Eve party, been going to watch UFC with the Prez. Problem is, he's got his own thoughts on the whole America First policies. These were actually late December, but he's been fighting with MAGA supporters on this for a good chunk of January as well. The H-1B visas. Conservatives, they have this funny idea that Americans should get American jobs to make America great again. I'm doing the voices, but I mean, sure, that's fair. That's what they were promised, right? So, when the Don's new consigliere is saying shit like he supports foreign workers coming to the US, and that people who disagree with him should, quote, take a big step back and fuck yourself in the face. Someone rewatched Tropic Thunder recently. You can understand why he might have got responses like, I suggest you go fuck yourself, and why are you not in South Africa? He also said he'd go to war on the issue, prompting responses like, going to war against the Americans that gave you a new home and made you rich is probably not a good idea. And you will go to war to demographically alter a country? Who the hell do you think you are? He's the guy you give $8 a month to, numbnuts. So, all that happening within like the first couple weeks of the new year. Perhaps he just needs to spend some time relaxing. Maybe in a way that many of us like to. No, not by jerking off to Asian women. He already got caught doing that like a year ago, and that's why he made likes private on Twitter. No, by playing some video games. If you weren't aware, Elon was, or rather claimed to be, one of the top 10, top 5 Diablo 4 players in the world. Wow. All that and running what? 4 or 5 companies, soon to have some sort of government job, and following Trump around like a lost puppy all day? Where does he find the time? Well, turns out he plays video games the same way that he runs his companies, by getting someone much better at it to do it for him while he takes all the credit. So he announces that he's moved on to playing Path of Exile 2, another game very similar to Diablo, and starts a secondary Twitter account called CyberGamer420. He's 53 years old. This is a 53-year-old man, where he details the progress of his character, Kekius Maximus, 53. And then later, another character he calls Perseverance, 53. But people are suspicious as he reaches the top 10 on the leaderboard. Both of these games require an insane amount of level grinding. That is to say, a person gets to the top of the leaderboards by quantity of playtime. The greatest gamer in the world couldn't just play for a couple hours a day and reach the top. So, videos come out accusing Elon of getting help. A guy named QuinnTV specifically claims he must have had other players play throughout the day, grinding his character. And someone suggests that he might be using actual money, US dollars, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, whatever, to trade for items, which according to one Redditor at least, that's against TOS. You must earn items in-game or trade. You can't buy or sell items for real money. Asmongold poked his head up from the sewer to do a reaction video about this, and then says on Twitter, unequivocally, without a doubt, if Elon Musk can prove that he played this account to 97, I will stream on X starting the day he proves it for an entire year straight. And here's where the fragile part comes in. Elon responds, saying, Asmon behaves like a maverick independent, but in reality has to ask his boss for permission before he can do anything. He is not his own man. Then leaks a DM between himself and Asmongold from last year. The world's richest man having a chat with Pigpen for some reason, where Asmongold tells him he has editors who handle all the clip uploads to YouTube. Elon thinks that editors are his boss. The editors work for Asmongold. So, his big gotcha just embarrasses himself. Oh, and though it wasn't for long, it was reported that Asmongold had his blue check taken away for a couple hours. But all this because he's upset about these allegations. Which, by the way, are fucking true. A guy by the name of Nico Rex gets permission to show DMs between himself and Elon. Again, why is he talking to these people? Where he admits to having someone else play his accounts and buying gear, saying, it's impossible to beat players in Asia if you don't. Asserting that he never claimed that he was the only one playing the character and that the top accounts in Diablo or Path of Exile require multiple people playing the account to win a leveling race. But when he plays on stream, it's him, although admits the character is so high level that basically anyone could win with it. According to various browser plugins, the video gets downvoted to shit because it's basically sucking off Elon, saying, well, it's fine if he did this. But yeah, get yourself some fucking cat ear headphones and a low-cut shirt, because you're a fake gamer girl, Elon. But if anything, I think CEOs everywhere should be relieved. If it was true that Elon was spending 100 hours a week playing video games while 4 companies ran themselves, it would effectively prove that CEOs' jobs are worthless. But this is the guy you think is going to get you to Mars. He's a fucking man-child, and you have to know it. Even if you like space travel and electric cars, understand that better people are in charge of that, and he is just the face of it, and you're worshipping a fucking idiot. He's not an idiot. He's going to save humanity. He saved Twitter and free speech. The human whale lord once banned a guy for calling him Sissy SpaceX. He's not a free speech absolutist. He bought the playground so he could make his own rules. And that's perfectly fine, but he's so fucking fragile. His ex-girlfriend and mother of 3 of his kids, Grimes, came to his defense about the gaming shit. She looks like a fucking idiot now. But I guarantee Elon asked her to write that tweet. Hey Grimes, can you tell everyone how good I am at video games? I'll let you see your child again. And she basically tweets, just for my personal pride, I witnessed him play Diablo and Polytopia. You're proud of that? That was your relationship? Watching a 50-year-old man play video games while you were his fucking broodmare? Oh, god damn, that's some strong Kool-Aid. It's been 3 years and it still hasn't worn off. But anyway, a rough start to the year for Elon. Tell those boys at SpaceX you want those rockets to Mars built yesterday. Because, and I know you like butchering movie quotes, in space, no one can hear you make a complete fucking ass of yourself. He's already shown us what it'll look like when he waves goodbye to Earth.